Are you ready? Are
Yeah.
we ready? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. Okay, that was bad.
You're trying to sound all fancy and it didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Kaylin Clothier, and with me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
Yeah. All right, let's get started. Today we are still on The Legend of Korra on that second half of Book 1 with today's episode, The Aftermath and When Extremes Meet. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Cool. So let's get started. Let's kick it off with The Aftermath. This is episode 7. And just a brief synopsis. If you remember last time we left off, there was that whole big showdown at the pro bending arena, and a whole lot of stuff went down. So this is quite literally the aftermath of that. So
It didn't feel like literally.
like, what do you mean?
Like literally, it's like right after.
It's
Like,
not-
oh no,
it's
what
not
happened?
right after, yeah. But
It's like a couple days.
Yeah, it's a couple days, and they're about to shut down the pro bending arena, which is where our good characters, Mako and Bolin,
Which
live.
is funny because like I thought it kind of got like fairly damaged, so like they couldn't. But,
Yeah.
But to be fair, like if somebody's like taking out pro benders and like getting rid of their bending, like probably a good idea to like cancel the sport for a while
Yeah.
because like you don't want all of them to lose their power.
Yeah, exactly. And they need like a break. They're like, we're just going to put this thing on hold for a little bit. And so Korra's like, hey guys, you can stay at Air Temple Island with me and it's going to be a lot of fun. And they're like, oh, too bad. Asami already offered. She has a mansion and that's better. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
I mean to be fair, I'd rather stay with Asami's place.
Yeah, honestly.
Like Air Temple Island's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
pretty,
Yeah.
but mansion.
But a mansion, it has a pool.
It has a pool.
And like a racetrack and everything.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, and like go karting.
Yeah.
I haven't gone go karting in a while.
Let's go karting sometime.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, down at Oaks. I
That's
think.
like
Is
how
that the
you like.
closest
That's
place?
like practice driving when you're a kid.
Yeah, you're like, this is totally how it works, and it's not how it works at all.
I mean, it's like turning and like the brake and the going, but like other than that, you still got to learn how to like do the.
The thing and then Asami and like Bolin, they're like, yeah, you should come over to Mansion sometime. We can have a party. It's gonna be fun. And she's like, no. But then like Pabu through Bolin is like, hey, Korra, come visit. And then she's like, fine, whatever. And so then that ends that scene. And so in the meantime, we got the police people like Chief Beifong and the rest of them. They're uncovering all this. This equalist merch and like propaganda, and they're finding all the shock gloves, which we found out in the last episode.
Yeah.
Is an equalist weapon because it means like everyone can be an equalist or whatever because
Yeah.
it's like shocky glove.
But more importantly, they find it with the cabbage people.
They find it with Cabbage Corp, which
Yay.
is they make cars or whatever their car equivalent is.
I thought they make cabbages.
they don't make cabbages. No, they make
What?
cars.
What's the point?
But it's called Cabbage Corp. And
Yeah, so you make cabbages.
Yeah, no, they don't make cabbages, but they have a great statue of our friend. The
Can I
cabbage
say
merchant
that
from
like
the
I
previous
don't know
series.
like how that happened like that, but I love that like that joke just became the.
I'm so happy that joke came back. Like it's just one.
But
of
like
the
even like in
killer
Avatar: The
jokes.
Airbender, like that's just like a one-time kind of joke thing, but it kept coming.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't understand how like that one got popular.
I love
I don't
it.
mind it, but
Yeah.
like I'm weirded out by it.
Yeah. So you got the great line, "Not my Cabbage Corp," as he's being taken away because he's under arrest because they found all the stuff at the Eaglist and they're like, can't have that, man.
Which like yeah, like of course you got to arrest them. Like I like assume like that was like way too easy to find, so I'm just kind of like all right, something's up. Because like if it takes you like 2 seconds to find something, anybody should know that if you watch like any show with like mystery or like spying or like infiltrating and whatever, if it takes you like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
something's up.
And then Korra stops by the police headquarters for a second. Then we see Tano again. He looks like a mess, and he's like, "You got to get him for me, Korra."
I mean, I feel bad that like he didn't look as like cute as like he did before. I'm sorry.
Like, that something's really funny that you
Like he looked like I mean I felt bad like and like I feel like if you have like that one thing that like you're known for and then you lose it, like even if you're a dick, like I still feel bad for
He was
you.
kind of a class A dick, though.
But I think he's gonna. I mean, I don't know if he's in the show anymore. But like I feel like he grew a bit.
I hope so.
And like
I
Korra's
think he's
being
a nice guy now.
Korra's being nice to him.
She's nice enough. So, and then later, Korra goes over to the Sato mansion, and they're in the pool. They're having a lot of fun. And then she's like, yeah, whatever. And so that's a lot of fun.
She didn't even bring a bathing suit.
Like, didn't even bring a bathing suit.
Like,
and like, how is she supposed to have fun if she's not going to go swimming? Like everyone else is like all decked out. They're nice.
I like the Tommy swimsuit, but that's
a very nice swimsuit.
She had like a 1920s swimsuit, which are like the cutest.
Yeah, it was very nice. And then Sammy's like, let's do some. They want to do some bonding, and she's like, oh, what are we gonna do? Makeovers? And then she's like, no.
Well, Bolin was into makeovers.
Bolin was like, yeah, makeovers. Let's go. And so then they have this racetrack, right? Because they're rich, and so then they have this nice racing scene. And then I guess that's what girl bonding is nowadays. It's just getting together. And
I don't mind that. I mean, it's just being people you're
going on Mario Kart Double Dash on this.
I don't mind that. It's the stuff you're interested in. But like, it seems like because Korra's kind of had Asami pegged because she has a thing for a boyfriend.
True. And
but now she's kind of like, dang it, I like her.
And so like they have because she had her pegged as like she's like, oh, she seems like a prissy rich girl, but she's a little bit of a badass,
which is weird because like I never saw her as that. Like, she never came like that's like I don't know if we were supposed to dislike her at all, but like I never disliked her.
Yeah, she really never gives us anything to like dislike about her because she's pretty chill.
I don't know if like she ever does.
Who knows? We'll find out watching the series. So they do this racing scene. It's really fun, and then they go back, and then Korra emerges from the bathroom, and then she hears something.
Yeah, we should like set this. She overhears something. She is not looking for something. She overhears
She's not doing some espionage. She's just walking around and she hears something. She's like, oh crap.
Because that happens.
That?
Yeah.
Yep.
So what did she overhear, Kaylin?
She overhears Hiroshi Sato, which is Asami's dad and the runner of Future Industries, and he's talking on the phone, and he's saying some questionable things about Cabbage Corp, and they're going to strike, and it's like, it sounds kind of weird. Like, I don't know what this is about. So Korra's like, I gotta go. I gotta leave. Bye. And then she goes and tells
Tenzin.
Yeah, she goes and tells like Tenzin and Beifong. She's like, I think Sato might be like one of those equalist guys.
Something's up with him.
So yeah. And so then they have to go investigate Sato because they're like, hey, we heard you might be like an equalist guy. And he's like, that's all a misunderstanding, man. Like, I was just talking about the competition.
We also talk about other stuff that got me mad.
Ooh, yeah. And then they're like,
because like they come in, but everybody's still there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everybody's still there. And they're like, we got to investigate. And then Asami's like, not my dad. Just because we're not benders doesn't mean we're equalists, man. That's like profiling.
Which, yes, it is profiling.
Yeah.
But like if you get a tip, look into the tip.
Yeah.
And also from what we'll learn later.
Yeah, exactly. And so then they have to investigate because they're like, all right, let's probe into this a little more. So they're like looking at the warehouses and they're not finding anything. They're not finding any kind of evidence that this Sato guy is an equalist. And so like, okay, this is a little shifty. And then of course, Mako comes by, right? And Mako is like, I can't believe you would think Hiroshi Sato is an equalist because you're jealous of me and Asami. And we were like, oh.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I want to go on my rant.
Please go on your rant because I'm waiting to hear this.
You heard me. I was just like, I was so like, because like, because like he calls it spying. She was not spying.
Yes.
She overheard something.
Yes.
And went to appropriate people to say, hey, I heard this. And she even said like, I don't have real proof except for what I heard.
Yeah. She went by it very.
I mean, could they like maybe like hit it a bit better and like try like maybe had Korra just like hang out with them more and like actually like go and investigate as much as she could. That probably would have been better. Although granted, probably the same thing would have happened, being like, why are you spying on us?
Yeah.
But like, and everybody's kind of like, why are you doing this, Korra? Like, and Mako just like you're just doing it because you're jealous, and I'm like, no, she's trying to help you. She's not like she hasn't acted jealous about like this whole thing in a while.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like she's been pretty chill about it. Like
I don't know if she's like over Mako or like she's just like accepted it and move on like I do half the time.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, all right, like whatever.
Like, yeah, exactly. And just like, Mako's being Mako, man. Mako is only thinking about that other stuff and just
like himself.
Yeah,
or
like himself.
He just like I don't get him.
What a guy. Anyway,
I mean, I'm just so mad about this.
I know, right? Because it's like he's being so mature about it.
I said mature, and I'm like, what? No, immature.
No, immature. Yeah,
yeah,
so
and
immature.
Like I get like why Asami's like Asami's allowed to be upset because like they're accusing her father of like
doing some bad stuff,
which
she doesn't know any.
Which like of course be upset. And, like she's like I guess she's also upset because she thought she was like connecting with Korra and the fact that she would go and do this, and it's and it's like.
She has every reason to be upset.
Like, I feel like maybe like second episode and even like third episode Korra like would have done this just to like get back at them.
Yeah.
But this isn't like this isn't like Korra being a bitch. It's like Korra trying to do the right thing.
She's trying to do
she's like,
she's being the Avatar man.
She wants to get these people.
Yeah.
And like,
they're a bunch of jerks.
Exactly. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is infuriating.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So they're like at this warehouse or whatever. And so they get a tip. Somebody just kind of places a nice note in Korra's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, got to meet me at this bridge. And so you're going to hear some stuff. And so they meet up with, it's Korra, Tenzin, and Beifong.
Meet with a guy?
Yeah, meet with this guy who like is like, yeah, there's like a secret warehouse. And he's totally working for the Equalist, man. He's like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Like, I didn't sign up for this war. And I'm like, what? Damn, son.
Does he come into the show more? Because I would like it.
No.
Again, like, and I kind of brought this up, like, in the last episode, but, like, it would have been nice if they had a double agent.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about that, I think, next episode.
Next episode of this episode?
When we talk about episode 8.
Okay. I'm like...
episode, man. And so they're like, oh, man, we got this nice tip. So then they go investigate this secret warehouse.
And everybody's still mad.
Yeah. And everybody's still mad.
Except for I think Bolin's kind of like...
Bolin's just going with it. He's just the chill dude.
He had a plot. He had a plot. Like, he had a plot line. The plot line ended.
No, he's just kind of there.
He knows the Korra doesn't like him. We're done.
Crazy is like, okay, now he's just chill with it. He's fine. He's doing whatever.
Yeah.
So they go. It's at the bottom of the Sato mansion, and they go into this where it's like secret workshop, and there's nothing there. And so Lynn, who is what a lady, she does the Toph vibration thing.
Yeah.
I geek out every time I see that scene because it's so cool. Where she like,
can anybody else do that? Like, because it's just saying like, I'm gonna, even though you're not blind, I'm still gonna teach you how to do this.
Yeah, she's probably just like, all right, no kid of mine is gonna not learn how.
I was gonna ask the question. I don't know if Toph had more kids, but like, were any of them blind? And then I'm like, I don't think blindness is a genetic trait.
I think partially. I think there's like certain things where like they're partially genetic, partially not.
So, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
But so they find out that there's a whole tunnel. There's a
secret tunnel through the mountains.
I don't get it.
Oh, you don't.
What is it?
It's from Avatar. Like it's from like when the episode where they go through the tunnel and they have the song with the secret tunnel. I'm gonna cut this out. No, I'm not gonna cut this out.
Is that the one with the hippies?
Like, yeah, with the song, and they're like, I'm totally putting that song in.
I haven't watched. It's been a really long time since I watched the series.
Yeah, it's
like
okay.
I think I've only like I really like just like binge watch it like the one time, and then maybe like a couple episodes.
Yeah, but the secret tunnel thing. So they find a secret tunnel through the mountains. Secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And they get down there, and so. First of all, it's like only like Korra and Tenzin and Beifong and some of the other police go down there.
Yeah.
They make the other guys stay up top. They're like, hey, you stay here. We're going to go check this out.
Which, like, technically Mako and Bolin could have helped. And
they could have.
Zombie could have helped. Because, like, they even, like, I mean, I thought that this was going to come up, but, like, it didn't. But, like, they established that, like, Asami knows self-defense.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, she can fight.
She can kick butts. She
can
totally kick butts.
We're grown. I am liking
her.
her. Mm-hmm. I only thing that annoys about her is I don't know how she keeps her hair like that way constantly.
God, she's so beautiful. Anyway,
I just want her hair.
She's so good, so great hair. Anyway, so yeah, they go there probably because the other guys aren't in like a position of like authority. So
yeah,
again, legality thing. Anyway, so they go down there and they're like, oh man, there's all. And the first thing they see when they get down there is these big old Amon posters, right? And they're like, oh crap,
yeah, so
looks like we were right.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Which, like, at first, like, I mean, I know they bring this up, like, earlier in the episode, because, like, I didn't really get it, because, like, he's super rich. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, nobody really cares what he does.
Yeah.
But then it was mentioned that his wife was murdered by firebenders.
Yeah.
Which, like, hashtag most firebenders, but still.
Hashtag not all firebenders kill parents, but the ones in this series. A lot of people who...
No. That's why I said most firebenders. Most firebenders are dicks. We've established this.
Today's episode of Legend of Korra, we talk about racial profiling.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Like the ones that we like are not.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it's the show's fault. Mm-hmm. Come on, like.
Yeah, come on, be a little creative. Why can't we have a murdering earthbender for once? Maybe in the future.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe we'll find out.
So like, I guess there was like that, but it was kind of like, so like I get it, I guess.
Yeah.
but like, what's he? I don't know. Anyway,
So yeah, Hiroshi doesn't like benders. That's his thing because like his wife was murdered by a bender, and he's like, nah, man. He's like, they got to stop doing their thing. Like they got to chill the heck out. So they get trapped in this weird equalist kind of basement thing because there's a lot of platinum.
Yeah.
The thing about platinum is in this show, I'm not sure how it works in real life. I don't know like about Chemistry Man or metal.
I just know like when like albums go platinum and like they call it something platinum.
But metal benders can't bend platinum because it's so like well refined. There's no like earth in it to bend or like really well at least. So they get trapped down there. Metal benders can't get out. And so then they build these like mecha tanks, which
Platinum mega tanks.
platinum mecha tanks. Like I'm not really sure where this is going. But I'll jump on board. Who cares? Ooh, there's there's two bluebirds outside. They're very pretty. Two blue jays. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll cut that out later. So then a fight ensues because Hiroshi comes out and then he gives his speech and he's like, "Of course I hate benders, and so look at my tanks." No, that's not his voice. But he's like, "Look at my tanks," and they fight and they they lose. They don't do well. They're losing.
Well, I don't think they were expecting platinum mega tanks.
They were not expecting platinum mecha tanks, and because of that, they start losing. Like all the metal blenders are getting tied up and they're getting pushed in trucks and they're kind of getting shipped off to who knows where.
But meanwhile, there's some people upstairs.
There's some people upstairs. Yeah, we got Makabo and Asami, and they're like, "Oh man, we should go see what's going on down there." And then there's a guy who's like, "You can't go down there," and so they trick him pretty funnily.
They tie him up.
And they're like, "Bye." And so they go down there, and Mako's like, "Asami, don't go down there." She's like, "I gotta find out what my dad is, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "I'll find out for you. I'll protect you, baby."
Well, it's like nowadays, like that bothers me. Like I think when I was like a bit younger, like that bothered me when like a man would do that to a woman. It bothers me less. Nowadays, because like you can like tell that like the person's heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, and also technically, does Mako know that Asami knows self-defense and like could probably take care of herself?
So, probably.
I don't know.
If not, they have not been well communicating as a couple.
Well, aren't they teenagers?
True.
So.
True.
And like because she's a non-bender, probably like he's kind of thinking like she can't take care of himself, which might be like what's like underlying racism or bendism.
Bendism.
It's like that underlying thing where like, oh, a non-bender can't take care of themselves or like can't like not take care of themselves, but like hold themselves up in a fight because they have no power.
Right.
Which like
interesting.
Yeah. I'm just
that's an interesting analysis. I like that. Yay. And so, but anyway, so Mako Berlin, they go down there like, we got to check this stuff out. And so they find out that they got their butts royally kicked. And
they did, and they're about to be taken to somewhere. Yeah,
and so Mako Berlin start trying to help out. And then Mako's like, "This whole thing, it was a ruse." And Hiroshi's like, "Oh, hell yeah, man."
I'm letting you like, do you really think I like want you to date my daughter?
Yeah, the whole thing was like a cover, and he's like, fire-bending street rat.
You keep doing that voice; it doesn't really work.
I can only do so
that would
have
been
voices,
awkward
man.
if like a few years like down the line like if they were still, I don't know if they're still together, but like if they like stay together and then he's kind of like, "So can I marry your daughter?"
He's like, "Hey, yeah, by the way, so I know you don't really like me, but and then so Asami comes up and shows up. She kind of gets in there and she's like, "Dad, I can't believe it, man."
Yeah.
And so then he asks for forgiveness, but he's like, "Come on, these guys like they
killed your mother.
Mom. You're like, you join me." And so, I think this is really interesting. We didn't bring this up earlier, but I like the theme of asking for forgiveness instead of asking for permission.
Or it's like it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, exactly. Because that comes up earlier because Asami kind of didn't tell her dad that she was inviting some guys to stay in their house. And she's like, "Well, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission." And then that kind of comes back up later because Hiroshi never tells Asami that he's been working with the Equalists. But he's like, "Sorry, but you want to come work with the Equalists?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of like how that's a theme throughout the episode.
Yeah. And then
then he kind of gives her a glove and he's like, "Come on, be an equalist with us."
And like
it's the right path. And then there's a moment where you're not really sure which way she's gonna go.
No, I know which way she was gonna go.
Yeah,
I figured. I'm like, I think for a second like I knew which way I was gonna go, but then like I was also thinking like I'm hoping it's gonna go the way I think it's gonna go, and then it went the way I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, so, and then she takes the glove, and you're like, oh man, is she going to join the Equalists?
No.
Nope. She electrocutes her father. What a lady.
Like you do. I saw that. I'm like, because, like, I guess, because, like, I mean, I know it's, like, your father, but, like, and she, like, and you can tell, like, even, like, throughout this episode, like, she loves her father.
Yeah.
And, like, but, like, she also, like, loves these people and, like, probably does not have views that benders, that all benders are bad. She probably thinks, like, it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
She looks within. And, you know, so she's like, no, Dad, like, these are my friends. Like, they're not bad people. They're good people.
She sees the good in people and is like, Equalists are dumb. Peace. And so they barely escape. So I believe it's Korra, Tenzin, Beifong, Mako, Bolin, and Asami. They like all barely escape, and a lot of the other metal benders, they're taken away to some location. And Beifong is like, I gotta get my squad back. She's like, I'm gonna resign from the chief as the chief of police. And Tenzin's like, no, don't do it. And she's like, I gotta get back and do my thing outside the law.
Which is interesting because I thought that was going to come up in the next episode and it didn't.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come back
Okay.
at some point, just not in episode 8.
We're almost done, so.
Yeah, and so then Korra and Mako have a little talk, and I guess
He apologizes.
He apologized, and she's like, I apologize too. And I'm like, don't apologize,
Yeah, what
girl.
did she have to apologize for?
She's like, I apologize that this whole thing happened. And I'm like, that's not your fault. You don't need to apologize.
She should, I mean, if she wants to apologize this whole thing happened, she could, like, do that to, like, Asami saying, I'm sorry you found this stuff about her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know.
Yeah, don't
that
apologize
sucks.
to Mako. Mako does not deserve an apology.
Yeah, Mako did everything wrong.
And then Korra's like, man, just go. Asami needs you right now. Just do that. And then that happens. And then the episode's done. So,
yeah.
That's
and so Asami's going to go live, they're all going to go to live at the Airbender temple.
yeah, so they, there's the offer to everyone to go live on Air Temple Island. And so we'll learn a little bit more about that next episode. But that is the episode, the aftermath. A lot of things happen in the aftermath. What are your thoughts?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's fine. I mean, I found it fairly predictable.
Yeah.
And I got irritated at points just because of, like, characters. And, like, I don't know if they're...
Mako.
Mako. God dang it. Like,
guy.
I guess I know he's, like, supposed to be, like, the broody. He's so broody. And it's, like, not even, like, a fun kind of broody. It's, like, an annoying kind of broody.
Yeah. He's just like an emotional teenage boy.
Yeah, and he's like so self-centered, thinking like, oh, like this avatar person who I am friends with is like doing all this stuff to mess with my girlfriend. This is about me, and I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not about you.
Sometimes it's not about you.
Yep.
Like, he made me so mad. And then like basically everything else, like the fact that like her father was like an egoist. I didn't think about that. I think it took me a while to be like, all right, maybe he is an equalist. Because, like, at first, like, when they got the phone call, I'm like, okay, that could technically be about anything. But I didn't mind that Korra, like, she didn't go to, like, the council or anything. She went to these two people who she trusts.
One of them was the chief of police.
And even, like I said before, like, she didn't say, I don't have real proof. I just heard this. I mean, I kind of think, like, maybe the episode would have been a bit more interesting and it might have been a smarter move if they just said to Korra, can you just, like, spy?
Okay.
Like, be a spy. And, like, she can get, like, they could, like, do some more like character development with everybody, and then like somehow I don't know like how exactly it worked, but like she would have gotten found out. I guess this is also a predictable thing. She would have gotten found out, but then they would have found out that like he's an equalist,
right?
So I kind of wish that would have happened because I feel like just like barging in is like you're being really obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean like I didn't hate it. It was good. It was fine.
Yeah. So this episode, I think, still kind of holds up since the first time I watched it. Not too much has changed. I don't really have many different thoughts on it. It's pretty straightforward, I feel. Like, it's like, okay, Aftermath happened. It's kind of a more Asami episode as you get to learn more about her because she really hasn't had much of a focus on her, I think.
I mean, we didn't learn a ton about her, though. We learned that, like, we always assumed she was a good person.
Yeah.
We learned that she likes driving cars, which is kind of what you would think.
Yeah.
She learned that her mom died.
Yeah. Well, I think we learned that in an earlier episode. This is more kind of expanded.
Oh, I forgot about that.
As in, like,
so
this is more serves as
like a Disney princess
for other things. Yeah, she is a Disney. Yes, that's exactly what Asami is, a Disney princess.
And that she just genuinely likes people, and she loves her father,
even though he's a criminal.
Well, yeah. Well, now she knows that.
Yeah, now she knows. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep bringing this up, but like I was like kind of wondering, like, were we supposed to not like her because she's with Mako?
Yeah,
and Korra wants to be with Mako. So like, were we? Because like, if we wanted them not to like her, they probably could have like written it different.
Yeah.
Because like I've always liked her.
Yeah. Well, I think I love this about Asami's character. I think they set her up in the beginning to be something that you instinctually want to not like because she's introduced as like the love interest that's kind of getting in the way of the protagonist's like interests. And then like I think the way she's designed, she has this very kind of like design that like a lot of like evil characters have, like the very like red and black is like her color scheme, and she's like very pretty. And I think a lot of times when you see a character like that, you assume they're going to be not good. And so I think she's like from the beginning she's very set up to be something that you don't want to like, but she just does nothing to make you not like her, which I like.
I never disliked her. Like even like, when we first, because I forget, didn't she like almost like run over Mako?
Yeah,
like that was how she was first introduced.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I could like the way like they like designed her, she looks like a femme fatale.
Yes.
So like I could see them going that route, and I'm kind of like, but I don't hate her right now.
Yeah.
And then as like the episodes progress, I'm like if you guys want me to hate her, like I don't like. Like she's just like she's just like a cool person. She hasn't done anything like malicious or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I don't know if she's gonna do anything malicious, but like, and even like we'll talk about in the next episode. But like if she does do anything malicious, like I'm gonna understand why she did it.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So awesome. I believe that wraps up episode 7, the aftermath. When we come back, we're going to talk about episode 8, When Extremes Meet. Stay tuned.
Woo.
All right, welcome back. We're going to talk about, for the last half of the episode today, we're going to talk about episode 8, When Extremes Meet.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started on this synopsis. So when we left off at the last episode, I can't talk today. Mako, Bolin, and Asami, they didn't really have a place to live because kind of happened.
Well, in Bolin, you keep forgetting Bolin.
Mako, Bolin, and Asami.
I thought you said Mako and Asami, and I'm like, wait.
No, Mako, Bolin, and Asami, they didn't really have a place to live because they were staying at the Sato mansion. But it kind of turns out Hiroshi Sato is an equalist, so that place is kind of...
They can't... I mean, how come they can't stay in the mansion? Like,
I think it's more of a big crime scene at this point.
No, but the workshop is.
Yeah, but it's under the house, so I would assume the whole place. It's probably just not a good place to live right now. They're just they want to get out of it. Like there's some bad stuff went down there. Let's just go somewhere else. So they go to Air Temple Island, and they're being greeted by all the like, little Air Temple kids. They're really
All
cute.
3 of them.
All 3 of them. And then Milo is really creepy, and he's like, "Hi, you're pretty. Can I have some of your hair?"
I don't think he's being creepy. He's being a 5-year-old. I don't know.
He's being a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He's really cute. So there's like, it's a cute scene, I think, that opening scene when they're getting on the Air Temple Island.
And Asami does like the one thing that kind of like makes her like look like a diva. She's got all of her stuff.
She got bags and bags, and that's like her version of packing lightly, which I can relate because I always
Oh my god, yeah, me too. Like even, like if I'm gonna go, I mean, if I'm only gonna wait for like a couple of days, like I pack pretty lightly.
Yeah.
But if I'm going away for like maybe like a month or something, I always overpack.
Yeah, always overpack.
Like with all my
I can
stuff.
relate. Hashtag
I've got we both have like we're both nerds. We have a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of crap.
Yeah.
You take everywhere.
And then like we also like we go on trips and then we buy more crap.
It's true. It's so true. And so that they're, we're getting a show of Air Temple Island. You're learning a little bit more about the island. And then so Mako and Bolin go to the boys' corner, and then
I didn't even know there was like a dormitory thing.
Yeah, well, because they have like all the acolytes that live on the island.
Right.
Because they have all the people who like the Air Temple, like the air nomad lifestyle, and so they're all kind of living there. So it's a big place. There's a lot of people living there. And so then there's this part where you were laughing, I think, for 5 minutes straight.
I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming.
So Korra, Asami, and Iki are walking because they're showing Asami to her quarters, and then Iki goes, "Hey, Asami, did you know that Korra likes Mako?"
And you see Korra's face, and it's like explodes. I just didn't see it coming, like the way, like I mean, like a kid would like, and say that it's something like it's like totally a kid would do.
Yeah.
And like Asami's just kind of like,
no, I didn't know that.
And I'm like, oh no.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
But like it's interesting because like I know there's like one little scene, but like they don't actually, like Korra doesn't say anything, saying like, oh, like I liked him when we first met, but then he kind of got with you, and then I kind of just like grew to like him.
Yeah, Korra does nothing to like dispel this. She's just like, oh, whoops. Like, Korra,
and like
honey.
she could have just said something.
coulda just said- she
like
coulda.
she didn't have to bring up the fact that like she kissed him. Don't bring that up.
Yeah, don't talk about that. That's
Just like
bad,
bring
bad.
up the fact that like, yeah, I had a crush on him when we first met, and then you guys started dating, and then we just kind of grew as friends, and now like I don't really have feelings for him anymore.
Yeah, that's even if it's not true, say that.
Yeah, and like
Even if it's not true, just be like, I respect your relationship, but she didn't because she's Korra.
I feel like it's kind of just
Because she's a 17-year-old girl.
yeah. I mean, no, also she's got a lot on her mind, but like the fact that like that girl, I was just like the literally like I guess because like I just forgot about the whole like love thing because like I'm just gonna say this right now, I don't find it that interesting. I don't know if that's like blasphemy or anything, but I don't really find it that interesting in this show.
Yeah.
Like, everything else is much more interesting.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I remember when I watched this show the first time, I thought the teen romance aspect was kind of exhausted.
Which is weird because like I love like romance. I love like even like a good teen romance. Like that will sometimes like for me just like push like a story for me. Like I'll find other stuff interesting, but like if you have like a really good romance, like I'm gonna find that interesting. Like you're looking at a girl who's seen Titanic like a ton of times. I love. Yeah, so but like they're not. I don't know if like somebody forced the creators to like add a romance.
Yeah.
And even like with like I'm thinking like Aang and Katara, like that romance was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
They didn't do much with it. Like it was
Exactly. Well, I think it was interesting. I don't know if this had anything to do with it. Well, I know the creators have said they just like the teen romance kind of stuff, so that's why they put it in there.
Yeah.
But in the original series, there was like huge kind of ship wars. Like the fans were like crazy about all the different ships and everything in the original series. So I feel like that had some kind of effect because they knew they had an audience for it to do it here. But to me, especially because this was originally supposed to be a really short miniseries, it takes away from some of the other really interesting dynamics.
Yeah.
in this. So I'm probably gonna talk a little bit more about the romance stuff at the end of the season because I'm gonna have some words about that back then.
Okay. I was gonna say like, my thing is like I know I'm against some of the Avatar The Last Airbender ships. I told you this. Not like any of the none of the canon ones. The canon ones I'm fine with.
Yeah.
It's like the
wait, which ones?
I don't like Katara and Zuko.
Oh, okay. That's
Like
fine.
people like say like, oh yeah, they're meant for each other, not Katara and Aang, and I'm like,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Like I know like they have like that one little trip together.
Yeah, that was good.
But that's
They
like a
have
friendship
they have
thing.
They have a beautiful friendship, and we shouldn't ruin that. Anyway,
They
back to
didn't
this.
ruin it. I don't think. I never read the comics.
No, they don't. But I mean like the fans shouldn't have to ruin that. Anyway, so that was a huge thing. When we talk about ship wars, the Zuko and Katara versus the Aang Katara ship war, that was some crazy stuff. That
This
like
is why I
back in the
don't go on-
day, like this was like the early days of the internet for
This
me.
is why I
like,
don't go on Tumblr anymore.
Yeah, no. Well, this was before Tumblr. Before
Yeah.
Tumblr even existed, like this was happening. Like I was very involved in this fandom from like day one as like a 10-year-old child, and it has shaped me as a person. Anyway, so back to this series. So Tenzin comes in and he's like, yo, they're gonna induct a new police chief, and his name is Captain Saikon.
Which we knew was coming, and I was kind of thinking at the beginning, like I think I thought he was gonna be like a neutral police chief.
Yeah. He is not.
He's not.
He is not neutral. You kind of get one look at him, and then he says, like, I'm going to be reporting all my stuff to Tarlock. And you're like, that's a red
it's
flag.
Listen, like I keep forgetting that guy's name, so I'm just gonna keep calling him Senator Dickbag.
That's fine.
Okay.
We're all going to know who that is anyway.
Yeah. So Senator Dickbag.
So Senator Dickbag is there. and so he's like, hey, Avatar Korra, I see you're done with your sports game. You want to join my task force again? And she's like, hell no, man. Like, I don't want any part of your vanity project. Boom, tell him. And it's like, I am the Avatar. I do what I want. And he's like, you ain't the Avatar. You're a half
Which like
Avatar.
I have a theory about Senator Dickbag, and I kind of brought it up to you.
Oh yes, please share your theory. We'd
My
love to
theory
hear
is
it.
like, is he part of the Equalist? Is he even like the? I don't know. Is he even like the? What's the Equalist head guy?
Amon.
Amon. Is he even like? Is he Amon? Because like
What is your evidence?
what?
What is your evidence?
I
to
didn't
support
have a
your
lot
claim?
of just like the fact that like he's just like so dickbaggish, and like even like as the episode kind of goes on, and like the way he's like treating the non-benders,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like reverse psychology, and then what happens at the end,
Yeah.
like I keep getting this feeling, and you technically did not deter me from this theory when I said it.
No, back when this show was first airing, that was a huge theory. Like the big thing was like, who is Amon? Like there was all these theories about who he could possibly be. One of the bigger ones was definitely, is he Tarlok? Maybe. So that is definitely a thing that a lot of people thought back when the show was first airing.
I think I just remember reading something, and I have. No, I don't think it's a spoiler.
Don't read spoilers.
No. This was a couple years ago, so I don't even remember if I'm right.
Okay.
I don't even remember. Okay.
And then he's like, you haven't even learned airbending yet. And that kind of gets Korra because she.
Well, he says that she's not a real avatar. And I'm like, it's not a job.
Yeah. Well,
it's a destiny.
Well, there's a difference between like just person who's the avatar and like a fully realized avatar, which is an avatar who's mastered all 4 elements and got that spiritual stuff down. Korra hasn't done that. She's got 3 out of the 4 elements and she doesn't really get the spiritual stuff.
No, I know
She hasn't really done that yet.
But like the term he used was "you're not a real avatar," and I'm like, that's not how the avatar thing works.
Yeah.
She is a real avatar.
Yeah.
She is not like, and she basically brings up like you haven't like learned this stuff yet, but I'm kind of like, yeah, but she's still a real avatar.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got mad. I didn't get mad. I was kind of like, guy, like you're using the wrong words.
Because he's a senator and he's a senator dickbag.
Yeah, all
That
right.
just explains all of it. And so later we kind of learned that Korra still hasn't been able to airbend. She's been practicing. She knows all the forms.
And she's upset.
She just can't go. Just doesn't work. And she can't do the spiritual stuff either. She is very upset by this. It's kind of get to her. She kind of let the senator dickbag get to her, even though he's a councilman, not a senator. But I still like the name Senator Dickbag.
Councilman Dickbag? That's
Councilman Dickbag. Yeah.
good. One or the other is fine.
One of those guys. Anyway. And so Tenzin is like, have you had any like visions or guidance from the past avatar? She's like, not really. There's that one time with that weird.
She had hallucinations.
Yeah, she had that one hallucination one time in that one episode. And that was about it. We haven't really seen much of it since.
Which, like, granted, like, if it's like, if you never had those and then you start getting those, there's progress.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Good on you.
So yeah. And he's like, maybe you should meditate sometime. Like that's the first thing.
But she's sad.
So Korra's sad. And then all of her friends come and they're like, man, we are the new team Avatar. Don't be sad. So yeah, they're trying to be encouraging.
And I was trying to figure out, like, who was who.
You're trying to, like,
So,
match
like, Bolin
people.
and Sokka, and it was weird because, like, I realized it's, like, right now, like, I forgot to bring up Toph in that group.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Toph came in the second season.
Yeah.
So I kind of forgot to bring her, but I don't know who was Toph in the group.
No. Well, I feel like they all kind of have, like, a little bit of everyone kind of in them.
I feel like Bolin's definitely Sokka, though.
Yeah. A little bit. I feel like he's not as sarcastic. He's just funny.
He's just kind of goofy.
Yeah, he's goofy.
Malcolm's
Doesn't have, like, the
Malcolm's a bit
sarcasm.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
And so is this, I guess you're right. I do kind of like it that, like, it isn't just like a, hey, I'm trying to think of like, and this is kind of like, I bring up like the Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World, or even like Full House and like Fuller House kind of thing. Like they're trying to just make a carbon copy
right
of the I haven't really finished Fuller House. Like, I don't plan to, but I've seen it. And like Girl Meets World kind of diverged from this.
Yeah.
But like they're like, it felt like when you like first hear about it, they're just making a carbon copy.
Right.
I like that this wasn't trying to be a carbon copy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really like how like these characters very much have their own identities. They're not trying to be everything from the last series, and you can tell, and especially how Korra is nothing like Aang. Like they're polar opposites, and like love interest wise, it's all different. It's all very different. I mean, you can make connections between these characters, like between new Team Avatar and old Team Avatar, but they're not the same people, and I think that really works.
Yeah.
So I like that. And so then they're like, yeah, we're Team Avatar, and then let's go beat some people up, I guess.
Which, like, I missed this because, like, I guess I was, like, talking.
We were talking during this, so we kind of missed it.
I thought that they were going to help her meditate. And then that didn't happen. And they went up to go beat people up. And I'm like, when did that happen?
Can you imagine? They're like, she's, like, sitting down trying to meditate, and they're like, you can do it, Korra.
Which also, so, like,
Meditate.
because then, like, they try to go,
Girl.
and then they've got, like, they're trying to get on, I forget the polar dog's name.
Naga.
But then I guess Naga can't, like, hold everybody.
Naga cannot carry 4 people at once, even though she's a lovely polar bear dog. But she's like, nah, son, I ain't doing that. And so then Asami, she got a car out, and she has one of the cars.
Which,
and
like,
she's
did she bring the car?
I thought that was the car from the time. Remember when Tarlak was like giving Korra all these gifts that one episode? So she would like join the task force. He gave her like a car.
Oh, I didn't remember that. No.
Yeah, I think that was the same car, or Asami just
No,
like
but-
brought it over on
No,
the
because
boat.
like Asami said something
One of those two.
because Asami said like, I know, like, oh wait, we can get there, and then
Yeah.
she had a car.
Yeah, so I don't really know actually.
She's like, bring
But they have a car.
and also because there was like
There's
a
the
police
car there.
scanner on it. I don't know if
No, she said, so we kind of, because we were talking about, she said that her father had police scanners installed in all the vehicles. And she's like, well, now I know why, because they were trying to avoid police activity because they were doing activities of questionable legality.
Yeah, so then they just drive her out. They go to there's a road from like the Airbender Temple Island to the town, right?
Is there? I don't.
Well, they had a car.
I had to get there somehow.
Yeah,
Or,
it's not a flying car.
no, it's not. That'd be cool though.
I know, like they got there.
Oh, wait, or was the car parked somewhere else? And they
well, I know they. Well, then how did they get off the island?
we should probably watch these shows better, huh?
You should know that. No, 'cause, like they got in the beginning. They got there by
It's been a
boat.
while since I saw this show.
They got there by boat.
yeah.
And so like there must be.
So anyway,
Is it kind of like Gotham City and like and like the city where Superman lived? I don't remember
Metropolis?
Yeah, that one. Like how it's like really easy. Like it's like I mean, like I would buy that there's like a road to get between them.
I don't think there's
and
a
like
road.
obviously, like if Asami had a lot of stuff, you probably want to go by boat.
Yeah.
I would buy that there's a road.
There's about, who knows? This is very confusing. Anyway, so somehow they get a car.
Either they didn't explain it or
and
like it was
somehow-
explained.
or we just weren't paying attention. So somehow there's a car and they got it to Republic City, like the heart of Republic City, and they're driving around and they hear on the police scanner, they're like, oh, there's equalists and tree blockers, and they're doing a thing, and to like, oh crap, we got to get these people.
Yeah,
And so they
so-
go out and they have this fun car chase scene. Trying
Yeah,
to get
Asami like does like she's like she's kind of like the leader of
yeah,
like
she's
this-
like leading this operation
'Cause, like-
because she's driving,
and she's like, hey,
she's
like,
I need a
make-
ramp.
go.
I need earth bending. I need fire bending, and that's not what a song sounds like. And so yeah, it's I love this part. I love this scene.
yeah, no, I liked it. It was really good.
I really like the scene because I like the idea of like this is what I wish they had more of in this season or this series was just more like mini adventures of Team Avatar being in Republic City and like taking care of some bad guys.
Yeah.
Like I really like that about the show. I think the show really could have benefited from having that.
Yeah.
But this is really kind of the only chance we really get to see that in like kind of a minor sense.
I kind of get it though. Like if they thought this was going to be a mini series, like
Yeah.
you can't have a lot of you really can't do many adventures if you think this is all you're going to get,
Right.
Because you need to
Exactly.
just move the plot along. Like if they
Yeah.
knew that they were going to do it for 4 years, they could probably have a bunch of mini adventures because they know where the story's going
Right.
and they can like divulge a bit.
So yeah, this was something. If the series had gone on longer, they had ordered more episodes, or
Or like if
What
they
have
fully
you.
knew what they were going to do.
yeah. So this is something I wish I would have seen more of throughout the series because it's fun. I think.
I mean, the fact that you're saying right now there isn't much more of this and like a lot of like teamwork kind of gets me worried.
Well, no. I just mean that like in later seasons, there's like different types of plot, but like this season is more like the equalist plot. I'm not trying to spoil.
Okay.
But so they have got these people arrested, and Tarlok's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like,
Well, you were late, which is also gave me a feeling.
"Oh yeah,"
Because
because
he-
there weren't any police anywhere.
Yeah,
trying to
like
get
that
these
was.
people.
I was kind of like,
What's the
guys,
deal with that?
Yeah, that kind of weirded me out. And the fact that I think he was more upset because like Korra was just like doing this than
Yeah.
like the fact that like he didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
But the fact that there weren't any police kind of got me concerned.
And so Tarlok is all salty now. So he goes to the council.
He's
next
always
day.
salty.
Yeah, he is like Mr. Salt Guy. That was a terrible nickname. And so he goes to the council next day and he's like, I think that being equalist should be illegal and that all non-benders
But I'm
should
pretty sure
have
it's
a
the First
curfew.
Amendment issue.
There's an issue of the First Amendment here.
Which is I remember because
The questionable First Amendment that may or may not exist in Republic City.
Nobody
Can be an equalist and nobody can associate with equalists. You can't even know a guy. You can't even talk to him. If you know an equalist, if your best friend Bob was an equalist, now you can't see Bob. Now you can't have poker night on Wednesdays anymore. Thanks, Tarlock. And it's now non-benders have a curfew and they can't be out past a certain time. And so what's the dealio with this? So next night, Team Avatar.
I wanted to bring up this point because like I remember like when he said like I want to set up a curfew.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say curfew for everybody, so I was
Yes.
kind of like okay, and then he said non-benders, and I'm like,
he's stoking the flames here. That's what he's doing.
Which is also like my thing of like, is he an equalist because of like reverse psychology?
Right.
Because like the thing is like, if you keep oppressing these people, they're gonna want to go to these people and say like, we don't want to oppress you.
Yeah, you're gonna make these people feel like they are being like actually oppressed, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, this is unfair. Hey, maybe the equalists, they have a good idea going on, and then that just goes the complete opposite way you wanted it, or the way you wanted it. Who knows? We'll find
See, the
out
fact
later.
that like this is like I'm sticking with this theory that Senator Dickbag's an equalist.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of evidence for that in this episode specifically, but we will find out later.
Yeah.
We will find out in a future episode.
So then,
What's the truth? So then Team Avatar's driving around and they hear some reports that there's equalist stuff going down. So they drive over to the Dragon Flats.
oh wait, can we talk about the quick look that Asami gave in the mirror?
Oh yes.
That was like
so
the-
we're gonna rewind a little bit. So this is back when they were doing their,
Oh no, this was the second time? Like before they went to the
yeah, this is right after like Tarlock or whatever was like, you meddling kids.
Yeah.
And then they get back in the car because they're going to go do some more stuff. And then, like, both Korra and Mako, they have a little, like, fun exchange. And then they
It
get in
didn't
the car.
even seem like I know like now Asami knows that like Korra had a thing for him.
Yeah.
She doesn't know if Mako ever had a thing
Yeah.
for Korra.
But she's suspicious.
Which Mako did, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard.
Definitely did.
Yeah, but the way that kind of, I guess, so like that kind of like why I was kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
But like the way they kind of played it, it wasn't like a romantic thing. It was kind of,
It was playful, which could go either way.
I'll give it to them. It was a bit flirty.
A little bit flirty. And so she
gives him-
adjusts the mirror and she gives him a look. She's like, I'm on to you, man.
Which is like the only indication that like she's upset with this in the whole episode.
Yeah, so it's only like a really minor thing where she's like, I'm a little suspicious.
And I would say like, I guess I'm not really that bothered by it.
Nah.
I would say like I would have liked it if maybe we had like a talk about something, but like I kind of get that wasn't what this episode was going for.
Right.
And what happens like later on, like that could, change like
Yeah.
how this goes. Anyway, continue.
So so they go to this neighborhood when the police are trying to round up these non-benders. They took away their electricity, and then they're like, "It's curfew. You got to go back in your homes." And they're like, "Not without our power."
Yeah, why did they take away the power?
I don't know. They don't really say that. Why they don't have power?
Like-
but they're angry, and the police are like, "Ah,"
And they're not, and they're technically they don't have any weapons. They're not doing anything. They're just kind of yelling.
They're just angry, which is understandable. I too would be angry if somebody just made me do a curfew and then took away my power, or took away my curfew and then, anyway.
Like if you made everybody do a curfew and took away everybody's power,
Yeah.
I'd be upset.
Yeah.
But like at least not like oppressing me.
So the Team Avatar is like, whoa, you can't just like round up non-benders and like do all this crazy stuff.
And
like
they're-
that's unfair. And one of the women in the crowd is like, hey, you're our avatar too. Like,
Which is true.
yeah. So like, you have to protect us because we're being like unfairly persecuted here.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Which is
and,
true.
And
And
Korra's like, I'm gonna fix this.
Which she
Somehow
which
she tries.
She tries. God bless her. She tries.
She tries. She tries really hard.
And like yeah, so
So she's trying her darndest to do something here, and then things just kind of keep escalating, and then they start like trying to like literally round up these people to arrest them, and then
'Cause,
Korra,
like, yeah,
stops that.
because like Senator Dickbag's all like they're all equalists, and we're like no.
Just because they're non-benders doesn't mean they're equalist.
And
Hashtag
I think not all
no non-benders.
Not all non-benders. And like even Korra brings it up saying like no
It's
what
like, no, you are wrong, sir.
you are very wrong, sir.
And so they
Sound
keep,
like
yeah.
like look like most people are not like what the like the universe like says they are, except for firebenders. But besides the point.
Yeah. So
Hashtag most firebenders.
hashtag not all firebenders, but most firebenders.
Dude, if you're gonna when we like put these out like for this episode, just like put in the Twitter hashtag most firebenders.
Can we get that trending, please? So things keep escalating. Things are not going well. And then all of a sudden, Tarlock just tries to arrest Asami. He's like, yo, like, you are a non-bender out past curfew, and your father is a known equalist. I am arresting you. And then Mako's like, you can't arrest her. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to arrest you. And then people just keep getting arrested. And so
Which
before
like
we know it,
like I would say I slightly understand arresting Asami, not because I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying
Right.
I understand.
Yeah.
Even I don't even know if she knew about the curfew,
yeah.
but like and the fact that like her father's like a known equalist.
yeah.
Okay. Mako is being a bit disruptive.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know why they arrested Bolin.
Because guilt by association.
Yeah.
Because we find out later, it's not because they were doing anything illegal. It's because Tarlock is trying to grind Korra's gears here. And
Yeah.
so Korra's like, rah, don't do that. And she's like bending all rocks and about ready to throw down. And then they're like, no, Korra, stop. We'll just get arrested. And then we'll figure this out later.
Yeah.
Don't get arrested. It's not worth it. And so she's like, okay, I'll talk to Tenzin. And then, so her friends are arrested. And then she goes to Tenzin. And then they go to the police station. They're like, you can't. And then Tenzin brings up like due process because he's like some kind of legal genius here.
Well, he's on the council.
Yeah, he's on the council.
I assume he would know law.
Good for him. So yeah, and Tenzin is like, Korra's like talking to the new police chief, and he's like, sorry, can't let him go, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you are the worst police chief ever. And then Tenzin is like, Korra, calm down. But you really are the worst ever.
I was going to say, like, is he though? Because, like, it's been 80 years. And then I'm like, was there even a police force in the original series, like, during that time?
No, we find out later that Toph was the one who founded the metal bending police. So it was Toph. And then I don't know if there was any chiefs between Toph and Lin Beifong.
Well, it's
so
like
there hasn't
80.
been
Well,
many.
it's like 80 years between, or 70.
70, yeah.
So there might not have been.
No, well, and then Republic City didn't exist at the end of the first series. Like, that
Well, I
was
know,
made-
yeah.
So there really wasn't that much time for a metal bending police force. So he doesn't really have a lot of competition, but he also is competing against like two Beifongs, and really at that point you're all going to be the worst ever.
Yeah.
Saigon is the worst, and then so later Korra.
No, he's not the worst. Senator Dickbag's the worst.
Senator Dickbag is the worst.
And we learn later he is literally
He
the
is
worst.
literally the worst. So Korra goes to City Hall and she's like, "Yo, Tarlock, we gotta talk, bro.
We gotta have words.
We gotta have words." And he's like, and she's like confronting him. They're talking, and then she's like, "You are just as bad as Amon." And he's like, "I'm offended." And so things keep escalating, and yeah, and
He just like keeps grinding Korra's wheels.
Yep. And because what did he say? Hold on. Yeah, because he pretty much admits that like he arrested friends to get to her because he wants to use her to like help fight Amon or whatever. Like he pretty much wants to control her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You cannot control me. Like, screw you, buddy."
Which, like, if they control her, then he can just bring her over to Amon and then get rid of her bending powers.
Maybe.
Hashtag Senator Dickbag Equalist. That was a really bad one.
We'll workshop that.
Okay.
So things keep escalating, and then a fight just breaks down. Like we are going all. Tarlock is breaking down his water bending, and because there's like a waterfall in his office,
Yeah.
so probably not the best place to fight a waterbender.
But Korra's got all the other... She's waterbender.
Yeah, she's also a waterbender.
And an earthbender.
And a firebender too.
And a firebender.
And, yeah, because and they're both going ham. They're fighting, and it's getting pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Like it's going hardball.
Yeah, and like there's Unipart, and she gets cut a bit too.
Yeah, she gets cut up a bit, and she's like punching icicles and stuff.
Yeah, and like there was a bit where like the wall like moved, and I thought there's gonna be something behind there, but there wasn't.
No, yeah. And so, but they're kind of destroying the city hall building, like
A bit.
Yeah, nobody has any respect for architecture in this show.
We'll also find out because like nobody else is in the building as far as
Yeah.
we know. So like the council's gonna come back the next day and be like, well, what happened?
What the heck happened? And so, at the end of this fight, Korra's about to deliver a final blow when all of a sudden she stops, and we're like, "Why is she stopping?"
Yeah, I was
but
confused.
she did not stop herself. She has been stopped by
Blood bending.
blood bending.
I was like, oh, I missed that.
And because you're like, "Oh," and I was like, "Ah."
I missed blood bending. That was creepy. I remember
That
that.
was so creepy. And so, yeah, bloodbending makes its return. But, plot twist, there is no full moon.
Which I forgot that was a rule.
Yeah, it needed to be a full moon because that's when waterbenders are the most powerful.
Yeah.
And so then they can do some crazy stuff like bloodbending. But it's not a full moon. So what's
Yeah, we even like see the moon at
What's
the
the deal
end,
with
and
this?
it's like a what's the word?
it crescent?
Crescent. Yeah.
So, yeah. And so you're like, whoa, what? And so Tarlock has basically got Korra right where he wants her. And he packs her up into the back of a truck or something, and they're driving. He's like, nobody's gonna see you
Again.
You're not gonna see Republic City again or whatever. So,
Which is bad.
and that's where we end that episode. Oh, not before. There's like a quick like shot of flashbacks or like those
Yeah,
visions or
she has
whatever,
more.
and you see some of the old Team Avatar.
Yeah.
and you're like, what's
And it
going
looked like
on?
some blood bending
It
in
looked
there
like there might have
too.
been some blood bending going on. So what's the deal with that?
Does that mean Korra now knows blood bending, even though probably nobody should know how to blood bend?
I don't think that's quite how it works.
Okay.
But so that concludes that episode.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see what happens later on. But what were your thoughts here?
I liked it.
Yeah.
No, I
I
don't.
thought it was nice.
I liked it more than the last episode.
Okay.
Like a good amount more. It kind of like reminded me a bit, I guess, because I just thought about it, like of like Rogue One, where like the first 2 acts were like I did really enjoy them and I liked what was going on and I was intrigued. And then like the final battle scene, I was like,
yeah,
that was really
okay.
good.
Yeah, I like that comparison.
And I definitely am like wondering like, all right, what's like now like I feel like we're nearing the end like of the season and I know like it's gonna come to a conclusion. So like I'm kind of just like, all right, like it's building up.
Yeah, like we're really kind of starting to get there. Like you can kind of see we're really starting to turn here. The plot's really going.
Yeah.
And so things are really getting there. Yeah. Cool.
And I'm still I still Senator Dickbag's an equalist. I'm kind of sticking to that.
Okay, cool. We're gonna.
Since mainly because of the fact that like you did not deter me from that. Like you could have said no and just like.
Well, then what's the fun in that? If I automatically dispel or confirm your theories?
No.
Where's the fun in that?
No. The fun in that is because I will like I would say like. I would say I wouldn't do this, but like who knows if I would ever do this. But you say no, and then it ends up happening, and then you're like, yeah, I lied.
Oh, I don't like to lie, but
I don't really. If it's about television, I don't care.
Yeah, well, you do that to me sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really you're like nothing bad's gonna happen, and then everything bad happens.
Yeah, but I tend to when I say that I have a bit of sarcasm in my.
I know. I just like to hope, and then it just doesn't end well for me.
Look,
Anyway.
I told you Washburn's are gonna die. I kind of just re-listened to that episode, so I'm kind of like
that was a good episode. I was so salty that episode. Anyway, so
it's fun when we're salty.
So yeah, so would you say? I guess then your favorite part was like kind of the fight scene, the bloodbending. Was that kind of like the highlight?
The whole fight scene come kind of like like the plot's moving along.
Yeah.
And I mean I've always like really enjoyed like the characters who I've enjoyed.
Okay.
And it just kind of feels like like tensions are like really up there now.
Yeah.
And like it feels like we're getting into the final act.
Right. Like we are swift approaching.
Like it feels like this like series has like a long first act and like a fairly short second act, and then just like I feel like the rest of it's just like a third act.
Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, these next 4 episodes are going to be. That's what we have left, right?
Yeah.
These next 4 episodes are going to be fun. So
yeah, we have episode 9 next.
I'm really looking forward to that. With that, I think that means we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
So that is all we have for today's episode of First Reaction. Fan reaction. If you like that, please visit our YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at WittyClose, like us on Facebook at WittyClose, and email us at wittyclose@gmail.com. Yes, awesome.
I think for Facebook it's Witty Close Productions.
Witty Close Productions.
It's productions because we're fancy.
We're fancy,
and we don't just do podcasts because we have a couple videos up now.
Yeah, look us up. Give us a like. We would love to hear from you. Awesome. Thank you very much. So. That is all for today's episode.
Yep.
We will see you next time when we do episodes 9 and 10 of Legend of Korra Book 1. Until then, peace.
Peace.